Hi everyone. Yes, the interview with the talented Andrea Rubini that I shot last week in Mantova is now going to be online. I can't wait for you to see the discussion. It's a bit long, but I'm really enthusiastic about all the answers I received from Andrea, about all the nice information. We had a great time. We walked around for a couple of minutes with Andrea in Mantova. We went to get a coffee at a really nice coffee place there, his favorite coffee spot. We went back to the perfumery, we looked around. What's interesting is that Andrea works in a perfumery which is his family's business. It's a family business that's been going on for many years. You will see in the interview exactly what it is about. And this is where Andrea works every day. This is where he is every day. As he said, this is his life, and besides this perfumery, he creates these wonderful fragrances from the Rubini house alongside Cristiano Canali, the perfumer he works with. And in the background where we had the interview, you will see that there are many other brands present, and that is why you see this, because this happened in Andrea's office where many other brands are exposed. So that would be the reason why you can see other brands in the background. Andrea told me a lot of information about his sources of inspiration for creating these fragrances. He told me about his past inspirations, his future aspirations, and we also smelled, he showed me something that he is now working on. I cannot give you details, of course, but he himself in the interview dropped some hints. Be very careful when he talks about his future plans and for upcoming events such as Exans, and you will see what I'm talking about. I don't want to say anything. So now, guys, I will leave you with my discussion with Andrea. Thank you so much again, Andrea, for allowing us to visit and see and talk to you in your workspace. It was an amazing experience. You're a very knowledgeable and talented person. I'm so grateful for the time spent with you. And hopefully we will also collaborate in the future for some other exciting things. Who knows, maybe if we get lucky and everything aligns as it should. In order not to postpone posting the interview too much, I decided not to put subtitles on it right now. I will work on them and I will upload the subtitles on YouTube. So yeah, for the time being, you can just do with the automatic captions that YouTube will generate, which will probably have a lot of errors, but I will work on manually typing the script and the transcript of this interview. But until then, I hope everything will be pretty clear. In my opinion, there's not going to be any trouble with you understanding the discussion. So enjoy. Thank you again, Andrea, for the time and for your kindness and everything. Can't wait to meet you again. And guys, I hope you enjoy this discussion. Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Thank you for allowing us to visit today and talk to you and have this discussion, this interview. I'm really honored and I appreciate your time very much.
It's a pleasure for me.
So the city is very beautiful. Thank you for the small tour before and the good coffee. I want to start the discussion by asking you, from everything I've read online about you, I understand that perfumery is somehow in your DNA, in your family.
Yeah.
You have this history with your grandfather Pietro as well, who had the perfumery in Venice, right? Or Verona?
Verona.
Yes. And I was curious, how was it for you to grow up in a family where perfumery has this very deep meaning, and maybe do you have any memories, specific memories?
A lot of memories.
Yes.
So my grandfather started the adventure in perfumery 85 years ago
Okay.
in Verona,
Mm-hmm.
and then he moved to Mantova,
Mm-hmm.
and he left the perfumery to the rest of the family.
Mm.
And here in this place,
Mm-hmm.
he chose the right place in Mantova to get his perfumery.
Mm.
And then the people after him, so his wife, my grandmother, and my mother, then continues the activity, the work in perfumery. Also improve the shop, improve the everything.
Mm-hmm.
We are bigger now, and we are one of the most important perfumery in Italy at this moment. We are in a place that you cannot find in other place in Europe, of course. So there's a great tradition in the family, but I don't fall in love with perfume until 20-25 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's interesting. And I wanted to ask you, in your family, did you also have perfumers, or only the business of the perfumery?
My grandfather started also to produce something
Okay.
like brilliantine and powder
Okay.
and soap.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but just in the beginning, in the 30s,
Uh-huh.
okay, during the fascism, and then we just are selling
Okay.
other products. Yeah.
Okay. I also read about you that you are passionate about music, and you have you also you play guitar in a band.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah.
And I was curious, what came first, the love and passion for music, or the passion for perfumery?
I think I need to love music because in 24, when I was 24, I was discover perfumery and perfumes in a different way, not the classic hedonistic way.
Okay.
Because in the time we are perfumery that sells a lot of important designer brands, and all the launches was about something just beautiful, but more hedonistic.
Okay.
In 2007, I started to work in this shop because in this shop in the 2007 we started to sell niche like diptyque, like artisan, Vital, and I was just falling in love, discovering that perfumery and music are the same thing, the same thing.
Wow, that's. This was my next question, because I was curious that, today, if there's such a big similarity between music and perfumery, then today I see, with everything digital and Spotify and so on, so many songs come out every day, so many people create music, and if you make a comparison, also a lot of perfumes come out every day.
Of course.
Do you think it's still possible today to be original in perfumery and create something that's never been done?
Of course. It depends the reason that you move. So if you want to make something to sell, you have in front of you the trends, so you can move, creating something straight to people required. In the same way, music. But if you do with the passion, and if you go to the long road, you can discover also yourself and in the creation, and also you can discover how beautiful things you can do that you cannot smell before. So you can do it, but you need to have special people behind. person behind, like the perfumer and the evaluator, and also is important that you have a great idea behind the project. Rubini for me started like not like a hobby, but I in 2015, 2013, I need to express myself in the perfumery, because when I started to smell and when I started to work in perfumery and I began to smell all the fragrances behind, after a couple of years the new launches for me was so boring.
Okay.
So why you do like this if you talk about that the person, maybe Napoleon perfume? Why way perfume? Why do you choose this side, or why don't you choose a better quality? So after year, the idea to express our perfumery was burning. So I discovered Cristiano in Exans, okay, and year after year, because Cristiano from the beginning worked in the Osmotec desk. Yes.
Okay.
So Osmotec desk is a place where you can smell all the historical perfumes.
Past creations that were standards.
Yes, 1 century of perfumes. The most iconic, of course. So I was spending more time at the desk of Osmotec than in other part of the fair. So year after year, we knew each other, and we knew respect the passion of every one of us,
and the connection formed.
And the connection. So at the time, Cristiano told me, "You need to do your perfume. Stop to to tell about what the market doesn't do."
Okay. Yeah. And you do it. Yes. Nice.
Not so quick, but
yes. But
because I started to work with other person, but the results are not to my standard. So then Cristiano, after 1 year, I think, called me. Yes, we can start. I'm in Paris. I'm in IFF. We can do our perfumes.
That's nice.
Yes.
So since 2014-15, when Fundamental came out, you had a lot of patience not to release many fragrances, because the standard, it seems, in the industry is to release a lot of things. So your passion was you were very dedicated to having patience to put in time in your fragrances and not release.
This is our chance to say something about ourselves. So it's not the chance to make great copies, to make more money. We don't need money to make money. We just need to express ourselves in the art. So like music.
Exactly.
Cristiano is also a musician.
Okay.
Oboe and then guitar. Okay. And when I visit him at his home, music is every time is.
So music is a big source of inspiration for you as well.
Yes.
Okay.
But in Cannes we grew up with the music. When with my wife we visit him, and music is an important part of our life.
That's beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. So we need to express ourselves with this brand in this project, and of course we are obsessive in perfumery.
That's a good way to go. Yes.
Yeah. When we start to create something, first is the brief, is the concept, and maybe we spend 1 year to get the concept.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. That's passion and patience.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because you need to build a home without the classic archetype of our buildings, for example. So you need to discover the balance and the harmony between new raw materials that are combined in a new way. So it's like climbing a mountain.
Exactly. Yeah. And in your process, I'm very curious. What comes first? Because you constantly work. You said.
Every day.
What comes first, the formula or the concept?
The concept.
The concept.
Concept.
So you come up with the concept and you start researching in that direction.
Yeah, maybe in the future, because we are smelling new raw materials and we are falling in love with, as I said you before, we are falling in love with the new raw material, and maybe we want to work with raw material.
Maybe that will inspire a new.
Maybe, but I don't know, because I need a strong idea behind the perfume.
And you have to believe in the idea.
Yeah, and also if you don't have the idea, the perfume could be without a strong identity.
Okay.
And also when you are working on in the months, in the years, to that you invest in the creation, if you know the direction of what you want,
yes,
is more easy. It's more easy to get it.
Yeah. You're more focused. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because in the other way, we smelling a formula, so it's great, but where we can go, maybe we can go there, or we can go
left. You don't have a target.
Yeah,
and maybe, you can go like a tree.
Yes, but it's great. But what could be what could be more? What can be do to improve the formula? If you have a strong direction, you have an idea. For Nuvolari, I wanted the idea of the Grand Prix. So if you go straight to your to the brief, is more easy.
It's yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was curious why did you create a fundamental 2.023?
Okay. One, because for art is movement. Okay. I'm great passionate of Cézanne, and if you see the vision of Mont Saint-Victoire, you can see 30 paints of that vision, and in the year Cézanne invent Cubism. So after he's dead, Picasso and Braque discovered Cézanne, and then the Cubism was born. But every time that Cézanne reproduced the vision of the Mont, the vision was different. So we are in constantly change in our life. We try to improve ourselves, and for that reason, I found today a formula that is not perfect for me. So we work to take to the perfection. We follow the perfection idea, and for that reason, fundamental was the first perfume that we made.
Yes.
And we were so young. Sorry. And and now, after nine years, we found that our perfumery is just a bit different.
And you wanted to update.
Yeah, and then of course we need to follow IFRA.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
One things, but for exactly we need to take off Caranal, but not in the beginning part. The beginning of the perfumes is changed because I asked to Cristiano to change it, not for Caranal. And every time we work with a reformulation, reformulation maybe it's not the right word, but every time we think about improve a formula, the cost of the formula is higher. So in a fundamental, we use more iris in the base, more lavender quality, and for example, Nuvolari, we made, I think, 3 different versions.
Oh wow! Okay.
Almost 3, but just pepper, just different maturation, different raw materials that I asked to Cristiano to, because we need just to improve every time a formula, and at the time I think Eau de Nature and Tambour Sacré are maybe perfect. Maybe perfect.
That's nice.
And Nuvolari also, but in the future maybe we can be just something in the new formulas, just to for the perfection.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I think Eau de Nature is perfect as well. I love it so much.
It's just my idea. It's just my idea, and usually it's the same idea of Cristiano. Just to work with for a perfect result.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I first tried Fundamental, I just want to tell you what was the picture that first came to my mind. When I first smelled it, I thought about a very long table somewhere in between some vineyards in Italy. Very many white tablecloths on the table, bottles of wine, cheese platters, and the smell, of the Italian air and in the evening. That was my image in my head when I smelled the Fundamental. I was curious, what was your if there was a picture that you had in mind, in an image when you created Fundamental.
Yeah.
What was the basic?
Fundamental, the beginning of Fundamental, I think was so different like the other one, because I have just the memories that my parents told me about my grandfather.
Okay.
So also at the time, Hermano Pico helped me to create the briefing, because in the beginning I needed to discover how is the best way to create perfume. So in the beginning I was just thinking about courage of my grandfather, of Pietro, and Hermano were to put Verona also in the composition, and then Cristiano realized the atmosphere. Yes, and I think for me it's very Italian.
It's a beautiful composition. I was very curious, what was your direction for it, originally. So yes, it's very, very nice, and it's nice that you and everyone involved brought something, a bit of their vision, like you said. You had the idea of courage, the idea of Verona, and then you had the also
heritage. And just I I bring to the formula the stories of a young man in Verona in the 30s. So the atmosphere was decided.
Yeah, yeah, it's very nice. I was curious, how do you feel when other people smell your fragrances and they experience, maybe they experience it or see something different than you imagined? How is that for you? I heard many people say about fundamental that they think about something cosmic. Many people said that. Wow. About fundamental. I read some reviews and people saying that it smells like another world.
Okay. I'm honest, and I don't read reviews because in the first year you can read different kind of reviews. So no, I don't like to read about people that talk about the persistence and the longevity, and also yes, this is honey, this is coffee. No, but in the other way, there's a beautiful reviews. Yesterday maybe I read something about the fundamental on Fragrantica, and I discovered wow, because in the beginning we are very courage, and people what is it? What is it? So maybe in the first year there's a lot of dissing about us, and I don't know why. So I stopped to read about everything. But we try to create something in the connection to art, and in art everyone can see through his lens, and I love this thing.
Yes, usually it's in art it's like that. Everyone, when you create something artistic, you have a vision, but when people experience your art, then maybe they have their own, and everyone is inspired by what you do, so everyone has a different vision of it. But it's important maybe when you create something to generate this in people, help them imagine their universe, their vision, their world.
For me, it's not easy because those perfumes are very rich of energy, of identity and soul,
and fundamental, very personal as well for you.
Of course, and I'm spend a lot of years to understand the composition.
Yes,
because I can think something, but when you start in a process with a perfumer and with his vision, my vision, the final formula will be something very different. And for me, then is understand what we have just done, and also to explain better. And for that reason, not me, but other people in the brand, also started to read reviews to see how people describe the perfumes. Tambour Sacré is also a great enigma. Was a great enigma for me, and I think you are the only one, or just some. I think the only one that understand the soul of Tambour Sacré.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was.
I love the image of tambour under the drum. On the drum, and because for me represent like a totem. Okay, and for us tambour is very shamanic. Okay, I love your vision of the video. Very straight and connected to the soul of the perfume.
Thank you.
And that soul, I spent more years, but maybe my wife Benedetta because it's used in Tambour Sacré. Described me the perfume, and days after days, yes, this is a perfume that makes me stronger. And we understand what the soul of the perfume, because after you compose a fragrance, the fragrance take his own soul and his own identity. So you just see the composition, and it's like a song. So you are not the song. You're not your son. So the son is something. Is a new person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice, a nice way to put it. Very nice. I was curious about Tambour Sacré, if it was inspired by a travel of yours in Africa, or what was the exact source of inspiration for Tambour Sacré?
Yeah, I think that the inspiration could be born just from your room. So you can travel your world just in your mind, but also we visited Africa, and Tambour Sacré is my vision of a beautiful place and mystic place, so rich of power and energy, and so straight to humans. Okay, humans without the modern construction that maintain us in a lower profile. Okay. So it's like a whole, of a primitive whole. Tambour Sacré. Okay. It's like, and I fall in love with your video, because I think you are one of the person that understand better our composition.
Thank you.
And I love the frame, because I just take a frame of the video when the perfume are on the of the drum with that atmosphere, and it's like a totem. It's like something very rituals in a typical town in a village, an African village.
It's so nice.
yeah, because it's the personality of the perfume is very, very powerful, rich,
mystical.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. I'm happy you liked it.
Yeah,
I will also send you the video. Yes.
A lot.
Yes, thank you so much.
A lot.
Andrea, I was curious also, now that we're talking about your fragrances, Nuvolari, Tazio Nuvolari, who was the source of inspiration for the Nuvolari fragrance, he was also born here in Mantova, right?
Yes.
So I think it was his story being so present in your life, around in your surroundings here in Mantova. I think it inspired you.
Yeah, but yes, I met him in a newspaper because there's every year there's an important historical Grand Prix in Mantova, Gran Premio Tazio Nuvolari. But his memory, I think, are not so bring at the right point. So when I opened the newspaper and I see Nuvolari, because every people in Italy, in Mantova, and maybe in Italy, know who is Tazio Nuvolari, because he's one of the most winning racer, in the story of Grand Prix. Also Valentino Rossi, but in MotoGP did something like this.
Yes.
So for me, why no one can describe him in the best way? Why we are not able to maintain the memory of this legend? So for me was an important chance to make a great thing to him and to preserve his memory and the project is also an important collaboration for Automobile Club Italia and the Museo Tazzo Nuvolari.
So it's a collaboration also,
of course.
Cultural.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, and second, because I don't want to take any lower for the name. So, but first, because from the beginning I asking to him a collaboration because we want to preserve his name, and also for me, perfume could be transport you directly in his life, because every time that we see day after day a photo of Nuvolari, the memories become more gray and darker,
weaker, faded.
Yeah.
And this is a good way to, bring the colors back.
Yeah, which is Nuvolari, and then I made a lot of I take a lot of information behind him to understand better the person.
Yes.
And now I can say that I knew Nuvolari just a bit.
Yes.
More. So Nuvolari is about the most courage man and crazy man.
Yes.
In the past time, but we wanted to speak also about his style, because he was very famous for the elegance and the style that he presented after the Grand Prix, and also about the elements. Cristiano is a huge fan of Grand Prix of and every Sunday when there's the Grand Prix, Andrea, I need to see the lap. I need to see all the race. So he also is a great fan of.
It's really nice.
Formula One, yeah.
So you both put your passion and vision in the perfume. Very nice. And
it's a great challenge. It was a great challenge.
I imagine.
Yeah, and the great challenge for me, because Nuvolari for the brand is a good success, was to maintain the Rubini identity. Because when a perfume, when a project become bigger, there's Nuvolari, Rubini. Who is Rubini? Nuvolari. I know Nuvolari. So after Nuvolari, Eau de Nature was very important for us, for the brand also. We are Rubini. Okay, Nuvolari is just one of the.
Yes. You moved to Eau de Nature, and I actually wanted to say it's to me Eau de Nature is like Vivaldi's Concerto #1 for spring, and it's I smelled Eau de Nature first time in January. It was very cold outside. First time I took my hand to my nose, I smelled it outside. It was very cold outside, and my first wish was, I hope spring comes back very soon, because it made me want to explore nature and go outside. Yeah. Was there another source of inspiration for Eau de Nature besides spring and late spring and?
The great inspiration is the relationship between a man and nature. So Eau de Nature was born thinking about the harmony that I would like to find in the world between man and respecting the nature. So this is a love poem from us to the planet, and we bring what we know, and this is the Italian vegetation. In the and we decided the focus on the best season.
Yes, you did a great job. It's so vivid and so tangible. Spring is so tangible in Eau de Nature. And what's interesting is that every time I smell eau de naturel on my skin, I discover something new because it has so many facets.
For me, it's like music. Also, the cover of Sgt. Pepper of the Beatles, and also represent the idea of a song. When you listen a song, and every time you discover a track hidden,
layer, yes.
yeah, layered. And for me, at this moment, I fall in love with two English band. And the Smile and Idols, and you discover in every time you listen it, you are falling in love day after day, because you listen something that cannot boring, never.
Yes, okay. Exactly. I don't know if I will ever be able to have enough of eau de naturel. It's so beautiful. And I was curious, talking about a little bit about all of your fragrances. Now that you work here in your your family perfumery here in Mantova, you meet many people cross your door and come in and try to find their fragrance for themselves.
Yeah.
I was curious if for the people who come in and ultimately choose a Rubini fragrance, what do you think is the common thing in these people? What would be the profile of the Rubini fan, of the Rubini?
Usually, to people that doesn't know the brand, when I suggest to them, I don't do that. That is my brand. Because I love to see the reaction. The reaction.
And what's the reaction most of the time? That's
okay,
nice.
Okay. Because when you tell to people, yes, this is made by me.
Yes.
Ah, wow.
Then they
take me the Moyet. So you are just in the beginning impressed, and is a way that you are not. You are just.
You're not influenced.
Yeah. Of course.
So what do you think the people that in the end like Rubini, what do they have in common? What would be the
people that love art, people that are sensible, people that love discover something new. Okay. People that want to be touched by a perfume.
That's very nice. I confirm all of you said, because that's how I feel in regards to all of your creations. I've been passionate about perfumery. For example, I started exploring perfumes more because I personally find I love to make videos, and my ideal would be to create a film one day.
Wow.
And perfumery, I discovered that sometimes it inspires me more to create videos and to imagine a new concept, a new vision, because they give me more than, for example, music. They give me, when I smell something that gives me an image in my mind, I know the atmosphere. I know how it has to happen. It's for me, it's a bit more real. And when I discovered your fragrances, your brand, the first perfume I smelled was Nuvolari, and
okay.
When I smelled it first time, I was immediately, it gave me that like an adrenaline feeling.
Yeah.
And when I had that feeling, I said, there is something about these creations from Rubini that I felt there was a lot of heart in them, a lot of soul, a lot of, so you couldn't, yes, I don't know. It was a very strong connection. And yes, I'm very passionate. I smelled so many things in the past 3 years. I think I've tried to smell many things and discover those fragrances that give me images in my mind. And what I smelled in your creations all of them were very real to me. And I loved it so much. That's why, yeah.
Grazie.
I think you described well the profile of the Rubini fan.
Wow, grazie. And this is the reason that we spend 2-3 years for every composition. Nuvolari took us 3 years, Ode Nature 2 years, Tambour Sacré 2 years and a half. There can be because we improved the new formula with a better opening and more beautiful material. So thank you.
Yeah. Also, I had a few more questions. I was very curious.
But what is your idea? The atmosphere about Nuvolari is adrenaline.
Yes.
And this is the feeling that I was searching. Ode Nature for me is peace, harmony.
Yes.
Okay. And for me, the challenge was just to present the opposite perfume to Nuvolari after Nuvolari.
Okay. It's interesting. I didn't see the. Nice.
And the new one will be. I don't know. But the place.
You almost said it.
Yeah, the places, but the places is just the opposite, because the new one started when I was just launched Nuvolari, and we are working on Ode Nature, and I was just thinking, okay, but when we can bring people after here and the idea to bring people to so far places was born in that day.
I was very curious. Does it happen to you that you look at a movie and you get images in your mind and ideas for new?
Of course.
For example, if you see a movie and you're wondering, how would this place smell like, or what would the atmosphere be in this scene?
Not for these, but for the new one, yes. For the new one, yes. The new one, we will present an anticipation, a prototype in Milano. Is inspired just an important director, just a bit.
Okay.
And then I love cinema. I love, for example, Wes Anderson is one of my favorite director. I love the character, the style. You can understand immediately a film by Wes Anderson. And he visited Mantova two times.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
A couple of months ago, so I asked to the mayor of Mantova, I need to meet. I need to meet Anderson.
And did you meet?
No, maybe next time.
Next time, okay.
Maybe next time, because maybe the new fragrances. Because I just thinking about the concept. For create a perfume, you need to start about an idea. That idea begin to take more size, more identity, and then when the idea is complete, you can create the PDF.
Yeah. I was also curious, did you ever have a fragrance specifically for you created? And if you did, what is a note that you find in it?
I think that the brand is created for me.
Okay.
People usually tell me this is just maybe for male perfumes. Maybe we because me and Cristiano create just for ourselves. Nice. But also it's not for ourselves, but it's about the story of the perfume. So Ode Nature and Tambour is going well for female, and Nuvolari maybe is not straight to the female flavor, but fundamental, of course. But we don't create something standard. Oh yes, we need to.
So you find yourself, yes, in each of them.
Every choice is represented me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I love complicated things.
That's a good way to create big things. Yes. Since you first started and created your first fragrance, you experienced many things and you've evolved, I suppose, a lot in these years. So you still believe, after so much time, you still believe in the mission of being able to create something unexpected that create new smells that people have not experienced. And so in your mission, you still believe in your mission after so much time?
Oh yes.
Yes. Okay.
I think this time is the best time. Mm-hmm. Because in the beginning you made it something, and you are young, people look at you, who you are, what you think, are you serious, you want to continue your work, or you just an hobby, okay? So after almost 10 years, people, can see the collection, can see what we are meaning, and now is the best time for us.
So the belief is stronger now, I think. Yes.
Of course.
Nice.
Now people know, not a lot, but people know is Rubini.
Nice.
And,
yes.
What we are doing to do.
I'm sure you have a very nice path ahead of you. And one last question for you. I'm very curious if today you could send a very small note and write something on it to Andrea from 2013. What would you write on it? What would you say to yourself from 2013 with everything you know today? It's not a very easy question. Yeah?
No, it's not an easy question. But it's a great question. First thing. Bravo.
That's so nice.
Bravo, because that's not easy to maintain in the first year of the brand's the vision, because I decided to start with just one,
and not a collection.
No, and you never start with just one. So we climb not a mountain but the Himalaya. And in the first years was not easy, because you were asking to yourself, is okay? You made something
it was
good
very
or
vulnerable.
not? Okay, because people need to understand who you are.
And with only one, it's very difficult. They only see that.
Yeah, and then fundamental is, I think, the most courageous of the collection. So in the beginning, a lot of lesson.
You started with the courage of Tazio Nuvolari. You took the courage of Tazio in the beginning.
Yeah. Mama, but my grandfather was a very courageous man. Yeah. So bravo, because I started something important, and I followed the passion without lose the passion, and without lose the road. Yeah.
Well, Andrea, thank you so much for your time. I enjoy our discussion very much, and I can't wait to show everyone. And good luck on everything that you are preparing in the near future, in the far future.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do.
Yes. Thank you so much, Andrea.
Grazie.
Thank you.
Grazie, Andrea.